All right, so it's out there. So folks will eventually make their way on to the live. And we'll get to going. So what's good, Joe? It's cracking. How's everybody doing? So you know what this is. This is the weekly recap that we do. Every Friday I try to come on and do a little recap of how the week went. Oh, that's who Chuck Taylor is. Mr. Gorilla from YouTube. Okay. I recognize your picture now. Nice. So what's happening, man? Mr. Gorilla in the building. Yes, sir. And I see Mark Z is in the building. Okay. I think I just saw JT come on. And I see Jay Carly. All right. All right. Yeah, Gorilla, see? I told you, man. You can't get away from TA, man. We all over the place. All over the place. Winston, what's happening? Yeah, you gotta rock the comments, Jay Carly. You still at work, right? Yeah, Jay Carly's still at work. All right. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Definitely gotta do what you gotta do. I see Buddha in the building. Just came on. Trying to figure out where y'all at too. Most of y'all coming to the watch party. All right, cool. Yes, sir. TA Worldwide, baby. Yes, sir. All right, so we good. All right, so what's cracking, y'all? So this is the recap. We talk about how we did for this this past week in the market. I was 1-0 for Project 21, and I told you guys what my plan is for doing the Project 21. As of now, I'm trying to stick to just taking a trade per week. Notice I said trying to stick to, because it's very challenging for me to do that. But yeah, this week I wasn't able to do it. I actually had taken another trade on Tuesday. I took a trade Monday, and then I took a trade Tuesday, thinking that it was next week. So what you gonna do? It's new to me. Yep. But yeah, so I want to know for Project 21. So how did you guys do this week in the market? Let's talk about it. Talk about it a little bit. Let me see. Is Walker in the house? I don't know. I don't see Walker. Jay Carter said, I'm in the cool watch party. Silly. Yeah, but how'd you guys do this week in the market? 1-0, 0-0, 2-0, 3-0. I want to hear from you. Of course, we had another awesome week of training. Training was off the chain this week, without a doubt. Holly said 0-0, but learned a lot. Cheers. This hibiscus is for you. Wendell in the building. Ooh, Wendell 2-0. Bang, bang. Yes, sir. Buddha said he gonna pick up the slack for me. I ain't mad at that. Whoa. Hold up. Wait. Damn, man. It made me fall out the chair. I'll come back to that. I don't even want to say that yet. Damn. Winston said he was 3-0. Wow, 3-0 Project 21. Damn, man, damn. Monsters, man. Gorilla said I would be 2-0, but my tickets took forever to pop up. Oh, you mean when you opened up a ticket on the platform? Oh, wow. Yeah, like I'm not even reading that yet. I gotta save that for the end. I ain't even gonna go there yet. Dude, he's still throwing up retarded numbers. Mark Z 0-0 training and observing. Very good. So for those of you, I think I saw Holly and I saw Mark Z. You guys mentioned that you were 0-0. So what would you say this week was the most important thing that you learned, or during this week, like as far as training or as far as the market goes, what would you say was the most I don't know, the most significant thing that you learned? Like what would you give the climax for the week as far as training goes? Holly said last night. Wow. Last night I did my heart to you. You know about that song? Y'all know about that. Yeah, that training last night was off the chain. What stuck out? What stuck out to you, Holly? What's up, Cindy? Winston said Project 21 is my baby. Oof, oof. Look, Jay Carly already getting at you. That's because you know that's where I was going. Because I think the last time he had said what he was doing, I think he said he had how many Jay Carly, how many trades did Buddha say he had left to get to 100? Now you want to get that song, right? Yeah, Buddha, what did you say last time that you had left to get to your goal? I think he said 9 trades. 9 trades left or something like that. But whatever it is, you're almost there. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one, Jay Carly. Yes, indeedy. Holly said being unmuted on Tuesday. That was the climax. Yes. That was very good, I think, Holly, for you because you were able to just do something that you have, like you didn't, up to that point, I don't think that I had ever unmuted you. And I'm trying to do that more frequently now with just people in general, because I know that it will help you with your growth and with overcoming issues. It's different when you ask questions in the group chat and then when you come on live. When you come on the training and you talk through it, and you get a direct answer at that moment, then it's different. It's definitely more intense. Holly said, just seeing into how stability that's in position can be profitable. What's your pay scale? There we go. That was hard yesterday. That was hard. Mark Z said the same thing last night's training. Yep. Very eye-opening, right? Extremely eye-opening. Stacy said he should be there then. Who you talking about, Matthew? He gonna get there. He gonna get there. J. Carter talking about she ain't saying. Okay, he said he got 3 left. Nice. That is nice, man. I want you guys to realize how crazy this is, and the fact that you guys are able to see it demonstrated now, in a number of different ways, because with what Matthew in particular is doing, he's giving you the representation of what it looks like when you just don't be bullshitting at all. You just focus, train, and don't do nothing else. Your elevation of skill happens so intensely because you're focused and you're not distracted by anything. You're not waiting for anything. You're not dependent on anything else. All you're doing is just doing what you're supposed to do. You just are focused and you're just executing. And then that's what it looks like. Just look at what he's been able to accomplish so far. A whole year of not losing any trades. Project 21, same thing. It's not different. See, the reason that when you see, and I don't like to use myself as the example. I'm trying not to use me, so I can use Matthew now because he's actually done it. But when you see someone else do what you are being trained to do, and they demonstrate it, right? And then they give you an example of what it looks like when that's all that you focus on. The fact that someone is actually doing that is more than enough for you as far as what it is that you need for inspiration or to be inspired for you to do it. Does that make sense? It's more than enough, because even if they didn't do it, the training is still the same, the market is still the same, everything is still the same. Whether they did it or not, it doesn't matter. The fact that they did it, now the way that you deal with yourself emotionally as a result of seeing someone else do it, that's the part right there that's going to help to shift you. It's it's a moment. It's a moment now, because as you begin to see others do it, it's whoa. Yeah, we really doing this. You see what I'm saying? So you realize yeah, this is real. It's not just, a one-shot deal for Mark. We're really doing this. Because you now have another example of it and what it looks like. And you see how Matthew is, he's no nonsense, and it's there's no bullshit with him. And that has so much to do with discipline and then not being distracted by anything. It's just focus and execution. So when you begin to become conditioned that way, your conditioning prohibits you from getting distracted and bullshit, because distractions and bullshit is what makes you lose. So you ultimately end up not losing by simply not getting distracted and bullshit. See what I'm saying? By default, not being distracted and not bullshitting leads you into the winning path. Because what else is there to do other than what you're being trained to do? It's remarkable, man. It really is remarkable. Really remarkable. Another thing that I like about, the fact that, like you have Matthew, is that because of how he is, like his demeanor and the way that he is like not the opposite of how I am, but he is like the enforcer. He's like the bad cop. If you had to use him and me as example, I'm the good cop and he's the bad cop. You understand what I'm saying? He's the bad cop. So he don't want to hear nothing. He's like, well, what are you doing? Well, don't do that. Stop doing that. I'm like, well, let's talk about it. So what happened? Oh, you got emotional? Oh, so maybe you can. He's not doing all of that. He's like, well, you can either continue to be emotional and lose, or stop being emotional and start winning. And that's it. So the fact that you have a balance, you see what I'm saying? Like, you don't just have me being how I am and kind of spoon feeding in a little, like in my way, I do spoon feed a little bit. I'll admit that. I don't mean to do that, but that's what it ends up being, because I just commit time and, like I'm staying there with you and helping you to go through it. All of the emotional shit, I'm right there with you. He like, listen, if he dies, he dies. He's like, yo, what you want me to tell you? Like, if you keep doing bullshit, what you're gonna get is bullshit. So it's good to have the balance, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. I really do. I really do. Good cop, bad cop. Let me see what y'all talk about. Jay Carly. And she, in mind you, she didn't even tell me about that. JT 1-0. He said he got a follow through trade. Nice. Yes, sir. Chris is in the building. You took the one that Joshua put in the chat today. She says Juice Man deleted the emails. Oh, snap. Winston said, Matthew, he different. It's from another dimension. He's seeing big money selling cars, customers paying huge debt. He's remarkable. Yeah, he's a different breed altogether. Like he cut from the cloth, but he's a different breed of the cloth. He on the side where it's like, listen, don't come to me. He said, don't come over here with that. Yeah, there you go, the depth. Right. Yeah, I peeped that house. I saw them over. I saw when they parked. Holly looking at you like, yo, Popo behind you. Oh, man. Mark said, you're the pastor, he's the prophet. Right, he's predicted what's going to happen to you if you keep doing this stupid shit, basically. He's like, I see into your future. You're not training. You're not focused. You're going to lose. And I'm like, come here, let me pray for you. Let me lay hands on you. and get this demon of the juice man out of you. Oh man. That's funny. Yeah, but it's very good stuff though. J. Carly, I flipped it and got it right back, but I juice manned that trade. J. Carly, you saying what I think you're saying? And I think you are saying what I think you're saying. All right. I'll just leave that right there. JT said, you know not to do that no more. Yeah, J. Carly, yeah, she's done it all anyway, so it ain't nothing new. It's nothing new. I don't like. That's why I don't even talk about stuff that she's gone through and done in the past, because she's done stuff that I haven't even done. So I'm like, all right, obviously you just got to work this out, your system. Yep. But she's definitely doing that. Well, she's not doing that actually anymore. Okay, yeah, I see it. I'm gonna take a look at it. And look, she already looking. She's confirming what I just said. And how did I know that? I know what you did. As soon as you said I got it right back, I knew exactly what you did. Insanity. Insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Look, Matthew said the truth is never personal. Yo, he's like, yo, I don't have no mercy for y'all. Sorry. Nope. He's like, nope, not me. I told you, he's sitting back like if he dies, he dies. Crazy. I see FX Mangoes in here. What's up, Jeffrey? Jeffrey, how'd you do this week? I think I see Floyd in here. Floyd, how did you do this week? Yeah, y'all talk to me. Talk about it. 0-0, 1-0, 2-0. Forever and 0. Where you at? Yeah, but the recaps are awesome because we could talk about the way that individuals are actually taking trades. The one thing that is always going to be the case is that everybody has their own individual circumstances, time. You know, you may or may not have the same amount of time as somebody else that will be available to be on the charts. Not only that, two people can be on the charts at the exact same time. One of them will see MRMH, the other one may not. Like, a lot of that will go on for a while, but that's really what I'm hoping, and not even hoping, because I already know what's going to happen. I know that eventually we'll see less and less of that, and we'll see more synergy just throughout the groups because of the timing as far as when people are going to be available on the chart watching. And on top of that, when the market positions itself and presents opportunities, you're going to see them because the market makes it obvious. Like the way that we're waiting for our trades to come, it's literally like we're waiting for them to fall into our lap. This week in particular, I'm focusing on stability. I actually been focusing on stability now for 2 weeks. This week in particular, there was a very high level of stability in the market. And I know that you guys saw it. I know that many of you actually saw that. Like, I'm pretty sure that JT, Walker, you guys noticed that. Like, this week was not like previous weeks that we've had. You started to see stability remain longer in the market. See, and I'm not saying anything until now. I didn't say anything all week. But I know that you guys noticed that. So just like that, you know, like that's an example of what type of stuff goes on just in general. And you become more and more acclimated with the how long, you know, the timing, the duration. Like there's so much, and there's more than I'm gonna get into as time goes by, because I'm gonna talk about stability really forever. Like that's the main subject matter. That's the core of everything anyway. So it's gonna just continue to elevate it, just to make more sense to everyone. So the more that I talk about that, I believe the more obvious it's becoming, even for the novice people. Like when people first come in and they don't know that much, it's gonna become even more obvious for you guys. Like it's just gonna continue to elevate. That's really the best way that I can describe it. The best way. Don Tex, what's happening? Daniel, what's happening? Jeffrey, what's happening? How did you guys do this week in the market? Throw your stats up in the watch party, in the chat. Wait, hold on. I think I saw Walker say something. Walker said something a minute ago. Oh, 22 to go. Okay. Right, because Walker, yours is 25, right? Your number's 25? He's doing project 25. So he's 3-0 in the project. He said, I wonder if it has anything to do with market seasonality since we're moving out of the summer. No. It seems like that might be the case, but no, it's not. It's not, because it's not limited to that. I think that that's just coincidental. But we've had moments, even in the summer, when that was the case. It may not have been as obvious for you guys, because I don't think at that time I was focused on stability. But now that I'm focusing on stability, you're seeing it more now. Like this is what training does for us. When I focus on something in training, I'm drawing your attention to something that you're doing already, but you're focused now on that thing specifically. So this is why I'm like, you know what? Let's focus on stability. Let's focus on that, because that's the key to everything anyway. Like everything that you're learning in number 301, when you're watching 302, you know, when you watch any of the recent trainings, the common denominator for what we're looking for is stability. MRMH, stability. Like you can't have MRMH without stability present. So the key to everything is stability. That's why if I'm focusing just on that specifically, everything else unfolds. Like I don't even have to go into more detail with the individual things and, you know, oh, well, I don't understand that right there specifically. You don't even have to understand that right now. Understand and learn to recognize stability and what it looks like first. Get really, 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 really good at knowing what stability looks like. And then everything else opens up. You see what I'm saying? Like seek ye first stability. That's what it is. And then all these things will be added unto you. Hey now. I'll take it to church on y'all. Jeffrey's 2-0. Excellent. Jeffrey, you doing Project 21 also? Don Tex, what's good, man? I think Jeffrey's doing Project 21 too, if I'm not mistaken. Let me come back up over here. JT said 437 opened my eyes, although my trade was based on the training before training happened. Winston says, sorry, yeah, but not sorry. Hand me a cold one, please. Right. I'm from the future. Y'all are crazy. Matthew said, OPE really made things so much smoother for me. It's all stability based. Yep. There was one night this week where I did the OPE for most of the training. And I was comparing the OPE to the quick glance. And a lot of you begin to understand OPE for the first time because I did that. Like I compared the quick glance to OPE, and you got to see how similar they are. And really they're the same thing. The only difference is that with the OPE, you're not looking at the indicative at all. You're not looking at the market. You're actually just focusing on stability and pricing of the option. So if you know that being in sync in the market means that you have to have pricing stable, that's what OPE is forcing you to look at. It's forcing you to focus on that, and then you're becoming better at recognizing that manifestation of stability. So you see what I'm saying? In every instance, it boils right back down to stability each time. So it doesn't even matter. Bottom line is that the foundation is always going to be stability in the market, period. Period. Joshua said, only 12 place ribbon lovers are not doing Project 21. Jeffrey, are you doing Project 21? It looked like he left and came back. Maybe he's back in here. That's sure what's happening. What else we got? Yeah, but this is good stuff, man. This is good stuff. Goodness. Otis, what up, man? I see Otis in the building. Otis, how did you do this week? This week had some ill lives too. The YouTube lives were crazy. They were hard this week. What I liked this week too was that you saw a lot of people from, outside TeamAlliance come on to the lives, and they were trying to dig. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Like certain people in particular were, I don't even know what to call what they be doing now. I don't even know what to call it, but basically it's like almost grasping at straws. Like digging and trying to dissect what it is that we do without understanding what we do. And it's like, well, if you really want to understand what it is that we do, you're going to have to train so that you can have an understanding, because just trying to understand it on being on the outside looking in, you're not going to get it at all. You don't even know what you're trying to compare what you do to. Like, what are you comparing what you're doing to? You see what I'm saying? So one of the things that I do in those instances is I just offer wisdom. I offer general wisdom and guidance, so that if they just apply principles to whatever it is that they're actually doing, they'll win more. Like just telling somebody that, well, you probably losing because you ain't got no patience. That statement alone, if someone actually begins to work on developing more patience, they will win more trades. They will stop being so thirsty and taking so many trades, because they'll learn to be patient and wait on the better trades that will come. This little stuff, man, like, it's crazy. Holly said, my confidence needs to increase. Holly, your confidence will increase by default. I would say that, and before I say that, let me read what J. Carr just said. She said, this entire week was full of bomb training and lives, period, per usual. That's it. That's it. That's a fact. Your confidence is directly connected to your execution, right? The reason that you become confident is because you're executing thoroughly. And I don't even mean like taking a trade. When I say execution, by now you guys should know what I mean when I say that. Execution meaning applying what you're being trained to do. So, as an example, focusing on stability. When you use the timer and you make your time on the chart productive, not sitting there getting analysis paralysis. Because you'll get analysis paralysis if you just sit in front of the chart. I don't care who you are. If you just sit there looking at the charts, you will become paralyzed to what you're looking at. So don't do that. We know to break up our time with the timer. Now, when you do that, and you take a tool like either the OPE or the quick glance, and I would say the quick glance, because the quick glance incorporates everything, but at the same time eliminates the majority of stuff that you don't need to know about at that moment. When you do the quick glance, all you focusing on is what you need to see, right? So getting good at the quick glance as a tool is going to begin to elevate your confidence, because you're getting better at doing it. You understand? So the confidence is connected to the execution process. So the more thoroughly that you execute that tool, the higher your confidence level becomes. Because what eventually happens is you will eventually see what it is that you know that you're waiting to see. You see what I'm saying? You're increasing the chances of not getting distracted by anything by doing the quick glance. It's just like if you're doing too many things at one time. Let's say that you're trying to apply all three phases, like with your time on the chart. You're like, all right, we in phase one. All right, no, that was too much. Gotta still wait. No, that was too much. Gotta still wait. And you keep doing this, and in your mind, you're trying to get through the phases so that you can get to the third phase. You see what I'm saying? You trying to navigate by being in the phase that you believe that we're in, so you can get to the last phase. But what if the market moves in a way where you never get to the last phase during the time that you're on the chart? Because the market never positioned itself that way. You understand what I'm saying? It may have given you the right environment and behavior, but you never were able to really apply the last phase. You understand? And in your mind, you're like, damn, I can't really do no with phase 3 right now. That immediately discourages you. Mind you, this is what you're doing. Yes, you're doing this. You're putting this pressure on yourself because that's the way that you're navigating. That's why I'm encouraging you guys to use the quick glance, because what it does is eliminates the disappointment in yourself that you'll get from thinking that you're not doing it right. How many times have we heard that? Like, think about how many times people have said that. Damn, I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. It's like you can't even count how many times people have said that. So now I'm focusing you in on a tool that you can use to eliminate the possibility of feeling that way altogether. Like, nah, you ain't gonna feel like that at all. Because all you're gonna do is this, and it's either there or it's not there. And if it's not there, you know that you did it right. If it is there, you know that you did it right. You see? So in each instance, you know that you did it right. So you're not feeling the disappointment and the emotion coming from believing that you did it wrong. And this is why I said your confidence is directly connected to your execution. So when you execute thoroughly, your confidence automatically increases. So just like what you said about yourself, Holly, that your confidence needs to increase, it's very easy to fix that. Just continue to use the tool and become better at executing the tool. And your confidence is going to go through the roof, because eventually you're going to start to see when the market does it. You'll be on the chart and I might post MRMH. Walker might post it. Somebody else might mention it. Oh, how did that one look? And then you saw it also. You're like, yo, I saw that. Like, you're not asking. You're telling. You're like, yo, I saw that too. You see? This is what just happens just through osmosis. It happens by default. It's going to happen. All you have to continue to do is just to execute thoroughly. How? How do you do that? Quick glance as a tool. I'm telling you. That's why I wasn't hesitant to talk about the quick glance, because I knew that people immediately would feel like, oh no. Well, when you do the quick glance, it's hard for me to do that because I'm used to doing this. I know that you're used to doing it the way that the training is set up. I understand that. But this is a tool that's going to eliminate the negative part about the way that you're trying to execute the process. All of the little stuff that you're missing in between, it eliminates the possibility of you missing anything by actually going to the end. You actually go all the way to the end, because when you're looking, you're like, it's not there, next. It's not there, next. It's not there, next. Okay, I need to look at this one. You look, it's there or it's not. If it's not there, next. If it is there, you continue to observe. You're observing, you're watching. Market makes it obvious. You see it. Bang, there it is. That process is different. The process is a little different, even though it's the same process. Nothing changed about what we're doing. You're changing the way that you're executing the process. You're actually simplifying it for you. So you kind of feeling like, well, if I only do that, then I really don't know the nuances. You don't have to know the nuances now. Don't worry about the nuances. Like, don't worry about all of the little intricate stuff. I might talk about it, but so what? I'm giving you something now to focus on and to use so that you can elevate. I'm literally stripping it back and making it even more simple for you. So the simpler that it becomes for you, it's easier now for you to execute the process. So you could be somebody brand new, or you could be a vet, and you can use the same tool and it accomplishes the same thing. So don't worry about your confidence. Your confidence is going to be just fine. You're gonna get to where you need to be, without a doubt. Otis said, I had took a loss. After being 9-0, I'm now back to the same position. Now I'm truly understanding stability and working on my discipline. I constantly watch video 288, 289, 290, 291. He said, I took the loss by just doing dumb shit. Isn't that always how it happens? He said, I was tired. It was 1 a.m. and I didn't do a thorough observation before taking the trade. Wow. And it's all right, Otis. And see, what I like about it is that I'm saying it's all right, but he already knows that. Like I'm just throwing in my little 2 cents, basically. He said, I noticed I was learning and getting it at a very high pace, but I needed to slow down my ambition. This journey is really opening up me. The quick glance has really helped me be thorough with my execution and my discipline. There it is. It is. All right, Holly. See you Sunday. Yep. See you in training on Sunday. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good, Otis. That's good. Sometimes you have to experience things so that you stop doing them. You know, you don't want to put the wrong habits into your circumference, because you're subconsciously, you remember bad habits. You'll remember them and your subconscious will execute whatever you give into it. So if you're doing something that is not what you should be doing and you get away with it, you're going to repeat it. And you'll keep repeating it if you keep getting away with it. You see what I'm saying? So it's better for you to not get away with that. Because we in a marathon, it's not a sprint. So it's not even like, oh, well, you know, I got to hurry up and get to my goal. No, you got to hurry up and get to your level of elevation. But doing that is not even hurry up. You understand? Like, your goal is elevation. Your goal is not 21 trades. That's hard. That's hard right there. Your goal is to elevate. Because through elevation, you're going to be forever and oh. Bam, Matthew said nuances will still reveal themselves. Exactly. And you're going about it a different way because you're not trying to understand the nuances. That's why they become revealed to you through the process. You're getting good at the process that counts, the focus, stability. Get good at recognizing what that looks like. All the nuances and all the other little extra stuff. How do you think I learned that? Where did that come from? Was I looking for that? No. It obviously was revealed to me over time through thoroughly executing the process. That's how you get understanding of the nuances. The nuances don't even matter until it happens. So you don't even have to worry about that. You don't got to be focused on, oh, well, Mark, I didn't understand when you were talking about the nuances and that training, you know, I want to learn that. Don't worry about learning all of that. You don't have to, don't focus your energy on that. Focus your energy on stability. That's why I'm focusing on stability. That's why all these trainings have been on stability and will continue to be. Like, I'm not even going to go off of that. Because that's how, it's like I'm so adamant about drilling that into you so that your execution process by default leads to you coming into what stability is all the time, at all times. That's the key to this. What up, Shawnee? Shawnee said he made it 2-0 for the week. Nice. NADEX shooter. Nice. Chris Freeman, what's good? Dontex said, I've learned you can't go against the waves in trading or that shark will come out and get you. You ain't lying about that one. No, sir. Mike Z, what's happening? Yep, the shark is definitely coming to get you. Otis said, yep, that's what I've been thinking. You just put it in words. I've realized that in this and in life that I do better when I just focus on the process than the result or anything else. That's it right there, man. That's it. We don't even have to do anything else. Like that's really the beauty of what this is that we do. Most people have an association with being a professional, with knowing a lot, right? Oh, he's a pro. Well, why is he a pro at that? You're saying he's a pro because, you know, he sound like he knows shit? Or are you saying he's a pro because he wins? Right? I mean, just think about it. Like, in professional basketball, do you associate a professional team with the losing teams? I want you to think about that for a second. When you say, yeah, pro basketball team, you think about the winning teams. You're not thinking about the losing teams. The last thought to enter your mind is the losing team when you think professional. So professionalism means that you're an expert at the execution of what you do. That's it. Not, oh, I know so much. Look at this. Look how much I know. Like, people love to brag about what they know. Nobody cares about what you know. Just like when people come on the live streams and they're like, well, you know, I've been trading for 5 years. So what? So what? What does that mean to me? What does that mean? Like, what does it mean? Well, I'm not new to this. Okay, I understand. You're not new to losing. I get it. Because that's what you're doing. And it's so funny, like, when I bust them in the head like that, you know, now they forced to think about it because you forced to face yourself now. When I'm asking you questions, they come in, you know, you see what it is. People come in sometimes with arrogance. Well, I've been trading for a while. I'm not new to NADEX. I've been on NADEX. Okay. Have you been winning on NADEX? Well, you know, as soon as they say, well, you know, that's no. That's a no. So you can't fool me. You can't fool us. The reason you even want to hear what we're saying is because you're losing. But the key to it is the fact that you're really losing because your mindset is wrong. It ain't even about whatever strategy or whatever you're using. Your mindset is off. You don't have no focus, you don't have no patience, and you don't have no discipline. So look at what we do. We do exactly that. We train on being more patient. Listen to what Otis just said was the reason that he lost. What did he say was the reason he lost? Come on, man. He didn't say I lost because the market beat me up. What did he say? So you see what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the constant navigation of ourselves all the time. You really just learning how to navigate yourself and keep yourself in tune with and in line with the market. Not to the point where you trying to predict where the market is going and get into trades and win trades so you can brag about winning trades. No. Being in tune with the market so that you respect the market at all times. And you know what is the key to winning trades. The key to winning trades when it comes to the market, we already know what the answer to that is. Stability. So in order for you to experience those trades only, what do you have to do? Wait for that to happen. That's it. Wait for the market to position itself. Well, what if the market don't give us no trade for 2 weeks? What am I going to say? Well, I can't wait 2 weeks. Okay. What you want me to tell you? You see what I'm saying? Well, I'm not at your skill level. What that have to do with anything? Matter of fact, you're in a better position than me. You in a better position than I am. You getting just straight raw. There's no fluff. I had to go through the fluff. And even now, with my skill at an elevated level, look at all of the stuff that I have to deal with as far as just controlling myself. I know what it is. Why you think I train the way that I do now? You think me training is just to do it? No. The same juice man that you know, I know him too. I know the juice man. Nope, he ain't gonna get me, because I'm gonna be all in the training every day, all day. Earbuds on deck, live streams on deck, live training is on deck, recap is on deck, watch parties is on deck all the time. Videos is on deck all day, every day, weekends included, no days off. So now when it comes time to execute, what happens? It's rinse and repeat like it's nothing. How you think Matthew was doing what he's doing? Rinse and repeat. That's it. That's it. Rinse and repeat. Jay Carly said, I'm always thinking that I'm learning something new, and then I always understand later. I'm just learning the same thing with a more elevated mind. Matthew said, professional is based on results and production. You have no need to search out new approaches if you're winning. That's for everybody that comes on a live stream talking shit. Listen to what he just said. You have no need to search out new approaches if you're winning. Victor, what's good? I see Victor just popped on. Victor, how'd you do this week? I want to hear from you, man. Toya, what's going on? Yeah, man, how'd you do this week? Last time we heard from Victor, he came on and told us he was like 21-0 or something. Yes, sir. I would love to hear from you, sir. Rich, what's good? Rich said, I've decided to stay at 0-0 until I'm 1-0 with my knowledge of interpreting the market. One part of the process at a time until they all combine. Sheesh. That's hard right there, man. That's hard. Like, you see how important self-awareness is? Self-awareness is very important, because what it will do is accelerate your process. Victor said he's 2-0, still paper trading, altogether 15-0. So Victor, you're now paper trading on live, correct? And that's excellent. That is excellent. Rich said, no rush for greatness. Jay Wallace, what's good, man? Jay Wallace 0-0 for the week, 2-0 for Project 21. Nice. Very nice. Jay, what would you say was different with the way that you moved this week versus last week? That's for James Wallace. I'm curious to know, just based on what you just told me, 2-0 for the project, 0-0 this week. How would you say this week was different than last week? Like, what was different in particular? And like, whatever it is. Okay, Victor, it's 15-0 on paper trading live. Okay, very good. Very good, man. Jay Carly said, in addition, I'm not sure how many more mic drops I can handle. I know. You saw I was about to drop it a minute ago, but I waited because I felt like somebody else had something else to say, so I just chilled out. He said, I was pretty much the same. I'm more observant now. When you say that, what do you mean? Observant of what in particular? And I know what he's going to say. I just want to hear him say it. He said, I'm more observant now. He said, I only took 2 trades for the past 5 weeks. And you see how there's differences with everybody's end results. Oh, he said it. I'm more cautious about what trades I take. What's so crazy is the word that I was thinking in my head was proactive. Because when you're assertive, but you're assertive with passive behavior, and this is gonna make sense. In other words, you're being aggressive with passive behavior. I guess that's what they mean when they say passive aggressive. But I'm being very more specific. Being aggressive with behavior that leads to you being more passive, meaning that you're actually not anxious to do anything or to get anywhere. You're actually aggressively putting yourself in position to be cautious, to be more focused. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of like not like people associate passive with lazy. It doesn't mean that. Passive doesn't mean lazy. Passive means that you're not doing too much. Like, you're not doing a bunch of extra stuff to try to get to something that you're getting to. Instead of you doing that, you're actually doing it with more focus, and you're being more thorough, you're being more cautious, more preventive. And when you do that, that's a part of conditioning yourself to control the urge to feed into your emotions. Because it's just like knowing that you're emotional. It's like, if you know that you're emotional, what you gonna do? You can't fight your emotions. So you actually have to move yourself into a different mindset in order to be removed from the emotions that you can't control. You can't fight it. Like, it doesn't make sense to fight it. cannot fight it. Oh, I got a few minutes. I gotta go get these kids. Cool. But this is excellent, man. Yes, calculated. There we go. There we go. See, and you can't make calculated moves unless you have thorough, actual things to work with in order to make that move. It's all a part of your execution process. So that's what we have. We got all of the above. We have that. So by just rinsing and repeating the process, training, more and more training. It's like, well, Mark, what else should I do aside from training? Train more. That's what my answer is going to be. Do more training. You just want to rinse and repeat. You want to thoroughly put yourself in position to execute the same way that you're training. Like, how do you want to execute? How do you want your execution to be? However you want your execution to be is how your training should be. That's hard. That's hard. All right, y'all, let me get up out of here. Listen, I will holler at y'all. Sunday we'll be back in training. Always appreciate you guys coming on. Y'all enjoy your weekend. And that's it. Toodaloo. I'm out. Team Alliance. Deuces.